Hi there, this time we will discuss further knowledge about one of humans' favorite pets, namely horses. The horse, Equus ferus caballus, is a domesticated, one-toed, hoofed mammal. It belongs to the taxonomic family Equidae and is one of two extant subspecies of Equus ferus. The horse has evolved over the past 45 to 55 million years from a small multi-toed creature, Eohippus, into the large, single-toed animal of today. Humans began domesticating horses around 4000 BCE, and their domestication is believed to have been widespread by 3000 BCE. Horses in the subspecies caballus are domesticated, although some domesticated populations live in the wild as feral horses. These feral populations are not true wild horses, as this term is used to describe horses that have never been domesticated. There is an extensive, specialized vocabulary used to describe equine-related concepts, covering everything from anatomy to life stages, size, colors, markings, breeds, locomotion, and behavior. Horses are adapted to run, allowing them to quickly escape predators, and possess an excellent sense of balance and a strong fight or flight response. Related to this need to flee from predators in the wild is an unusual trait. Horses are able to sleep both standing up and lying down, with younger horses tending to sleep significantly more than adults. Female horses, called mares, carry their young for approximately 11 months, and a young horse, called a foal, can stand and run shortly following birth. Most domesticated horses begin training under a saddle or in a harness between the ages of 2 and 4. They reach full adult development by age 5, and have an average lifespan of between 25 and 30 years. Horse breeds are loosely divided into 3 categories based on general temperament: spirited, hot bloods with speed and endurance; cold bloods, such as draft horses and some ponies, suitable for slow, heavy work; and warm bloods, developed from crosses between hot bloods and cold bloods, often focusing on creating breeds for specific riding purposes, particularly in Europe. There are more than 300 breeds of horse in the world today, developed for many different uses. Horses and humans interact in a wide variety of sport competitions and non-competitive recreational pursuits, as well as in working activities such as police work, agriculture, entertainment, and therapy. Horses were historically used in warfare, from which a wide variety of riding and driving techniques developed, using many different styles of equipment and methods of control. Many products are derived from horses, including meat, milk, hide, hair, bone, and pharmaceuticals extracted from the urine of pregnant mares. Humans provide domesticated horses with food, water, and shelter, as well as attention from specialists such as veterinarians and farriers. Lifespan and life stages, depending on breed, management, and environment. The modern domestic horse has a life expectancy of 25 to 30 years. Uncommonly, a few animals live into their 40s and, occasionally, beyond. The oldest verifiable record was Old Billy, a 19th century horse that lived to the age of 62. In modern times, Sugar Puff, who had been listed in Guinness World Records as the world's oldest living pony, died in 2007 at age 56, regardless of a horse or pony's actual birth date. For most competition purposes, a year is added to its age each January 1st of each year in the Northern Hemisphere and each August 1st in the Southern Hemisphere. The exception is in endurance riding, where the minimum age to compete is based on the animal's actual calendar age, size, and measurement. The height of horses is measured at the highest point of the withers, where the neck meets the back. This point is used because it is a stable point of the anatomy, unlike the head or neck, which move up and down in relation to the body of the horse. A large brown horse is chasing a small horse in a pasture. Size varies greatly among horse breeds, as with this full-sized horse and small pony. In English-speaking countries, the height of horses is often stated in units of hands and inches. 1 hand is equal to 4 inches, 101.6 millimeters. The height is expressed as the number of full hands, followed by a point, then the number of additional inches, and ending with the abbreviation H or HH, 4 hands high. Thus, a horse described as 15.2 H is 15 hands plus 2 inches, for a total of 62 inches, 157.5 centimeters in height. The size of horses varies by breed, but also is influenced by nutrition. Light riding horses usually range in height from 14 to 16 hands, 56 to 64 inches, 142 to 163 centimeters, and can weigh from 380 to 550 kilograms. Larger riding horses usually start at about 15.2 hands, 62 inches, 157 centimeters, and often are as tall as 17 hands, 68 inches, 173 centimeters, weighing from 500 to 600 kilograms. Heavy or draft horses are usually at least 16 hands, 64 inches, 163 centimeters, high and can be as tall as 18 hands, 72 inches, 183 centimeters, high. They can weigh from about 700 to 1,000 kilograms. The largest horse in recorded history was probably a Shire horse named Mammoth, who was born in 1848. He stood 21.21 quarter hands, 25 inches, 219 centimeters, high, and his peak weight was estimated at 1,524 kilograms. The record holder for the smallest horse ever is Thumbelina, a fully mature miniature horse affected by dwarfism. She was 43 centimeters, 17 inch, tall and weighed 26 kilograms. Behavior: horses are prey animals with a strong fight or flight response. Their first reaction to a threat is to startle and usually flee, although they will stand their ground and defend themselves when flight is impossible or if their young are threatened. They also tend to be curious. When startled, they will often hesitate an instant to ascertain the cause of their fright, and may not always flee from something that they perceive as non-threatening. Most light horse riding breeds were developed for speed, agility, alertness, and endurance, natural qualities that extend from their wild ancestors. However, through selective breeding, some breeds of horses are quite docile, particularly certain draft horses. Horses are herd animals, with a clear hierarchy of rank, led by a dominant individual, usually a mare. They are also social creatures that are able to form companionship attachments to their own species and to other animals, including humans. They communicate in various ways, including vocalization such as nickering or whinnying, mutual grooming, and body language. Many horses will become difficult to manage if they are isolated, but with training, horses can learn to accept a human as a companion, and thus be comfortable away from other horses. However, when confined with insufficient companionship, exercise, or stimulation, individuals may develop stable vices, an assortment of bad habits. Mostly stereotypies of psychological origin, that include wood chewing, wall kicking, weaving, rocking back and forth, and other problems, intelligence, and learning. Studies have indicated that horses perform a number of cognitive tasks on a daily basis, meeting mental challenges that include food procurement and identification of individuals within a social system. They also have good spatial discrimination abilities. They are naturally curious and apt to investigate things they have not seen before. Studies have assessed equine intelligence in areas such as problem solving, speed of learning, and memory. Horses excel at simple learning, but also are able to use more advanced cognitive abilities that involve categorization and concept learning. They can learn using habituation, desensitization, classical conditioning, and operant conditioning, and positive and negative reinforcement. One study has indicated that horses can differentiate between more or less if the quantity involved is less than 4. Domesticated horses may face greater mental challenges than wild horses, because they live in artificial environments that prevent instinctive behavior whilst also learning tasks that are not natural. Horses are animals of habit that respond well to regimentation, and respond best when the same routines and techniques are used consistently. One trainer believes that intelligent horses are reflections of intelligent trainers who effectively use response conditioning techniques and positive reinforcement to train in the style that best fits with an individual animal's natural inclination. Breeds develop due to a need for form to function, the necessity to develop certain characteristics in order to perform a particular type of work. Thus, a powerful but refined breed such as the Andalusian developed as riding horses with an aptitude for dressage. Heavy draft horses were developed out of a need to perform demanding farm work and pull heavy wagons. Other horse breeds had been developed specifically for light agricultural work, carriage and road work, various sport disciplines, or simply as pets. Some breeds developed through centuries of crossing other breeds, while others descended from a single foundation sire, or other limited or restricted foundation bloodstock. One of the earliest formal registries was General Stud Book for Thoroughbreds, which began in 1791 and traced back to the foundation bloodstock for the breed. There are more than 300 horse breeds in the world today. Interaction with humans. Worldwide, horses play a role within human cultures and have done so for millennia. Horses are used for leisure activities, sports, and working purposes. The Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO, estimates that in 2008, there were almost 59 million horses in the world, with around 33,500,000 in the Americas, 13,800,000 in Asia, and 6,300,000 in Europe, and smaller portions in Africa and Oceania. In a 2004 poll conducted by Animal Planet, More than 50,000 viewers from 73 countries voted for the horse as the world's fourth favorite animal. Communication between human and horse is paramount in any equestrian activity. To aid this process, horses are usually ridden with a saddle on their backs to assist the rider with balance and positioning, and a bridle or related headgear to assist the rider in maintaining control. Sometimes horses are ridden without a saddle, and occasionally, horses are trained to perform without a bridle or other headgear. Many horses are also driven, which requires a harness, bridle, and some type of vehicle.